as I know it's just a phase. Last song before closing, just me and my bad judgment left in this place. Where are you? I just wonder. And even though we were never right, I still feel the light in your name. Spring turns fast into fall, and I always wonder how I missed it all. I missed it all. Or something stronger. I can't stand to remember, even though I know it's just a phase. There's beauty in heartache, and I dare to embrace it, as long as I know it's just a phase. Ships from the south storming along the shoreline. Those who arrived came here with nothing more than dreams of a brighter sun that could make their shadows run. All of their hopes were doomed, 'cause for us they're intruders. And all of their high thoughts about us